Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
So let's start, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You can start now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good morning, my dear students. So, good evening, my dear students. Once again, you are all warm welcome to the wonderful session of the biological class. Last class, what we have discussed already in our report. So, what is by ecological pyramid? What is by ecological number? And what is by ecological biomass? All those things we saw it, isn't it? The introduction already we saw it, isn't it? So already we see it, the ecological pyramids, they look like a pyramid nature, isn't it? The lower part of the pyramid always, it may be large in size, gradually decreases, and tip of the pyramids is very sharp in nature, isn't it, my dear? Depends upon the energy aspect. Each and every tropical level, the 10% it will be reduced already, you know, very about, isn't it, my dear? Here there are so many examples has given already, you know, about the aquatic ecosystem. Just take an example. So this is the first one is called as first tropic level is called as phytoplankton, zooplankton. Okay, and then followed by so many other tropic level is also given here. Okay, so each one it has a specific what is the numbers, but here they have mentioned in the kilogram is denoted as a energy pyramid. Energy means, you know, kilograms, kilocalories, isn't it? So likewise they mention. So same as it is the terrestrial ecosystem is also another type of example as given. Okay, and then so another one is also that this is also grass, grasshopper, mice, and also last one aquatic system is a center. The zooplankton it will be very high in nature. The both end it will be very sharp in nature. Okay, these are the types already we discussed. Okay, my dear. And then pass on to the next one is called as what is that, you know, a pyramid of biomass. They have given us the two types of pyramids have been reported. One is called as upright pyramid. Already I told you upright means, you know, about the base it will be very high in nature. It is reverse mill. Reverse means, you know, inverted pyramids in aquatic system, you know, about these things. So these are the different aspect they have given by 8. Okay, terrestrial ecosystem and this one is aquatic ecosystem. Both are same in structure, but here what happened in the producer number it will be, it depends upon their biomass, you know, 1000 kilogram. Biomass means total amount of what is that dry weight of the particular area. Okay, and then followed by which one, you know, the herbivorous, it is also, you know, about the 10% as it is already, you know, about that things. So likewise the primary carnivorous and top carnivorous is there. So the pyramids look like upright manner. Pyramids look like a upright manner. That's why it is very, very important, my dear students. Okay, so this is a very, very important thing. So this is the first category, and this one is the second category, and this one is third one, and then this one is the lot, isn't it, my dear? So each one it has a specific what is a biomass, biomass. Okay, biomass. Likewise, the inverted pyramid. Inverted pyramid, what is the meaning of inverted pyramids means? What does that mean? Here the producer, it will be very less in nature compared to the, which one, you know, the terrestrial ecosystem. This one is a aquatic ecosystem. When we compare to do these two things, what happen? The producer will be very high in nature. Here the producer is a very less in nature. Okay, then which one is the highest nature here? The carnivorous is the highest one. So that's why the pyramids look like an inverted, the pyramid drawn in the form of inverted pyramid. Because here the number is high, so it depends upon 12 grams per meter squared, 8 grams meter squared, 4 gram meter squared. So the graduation it will be reduced. Here it's an upward direction. That's why the symbol, the pyramid symbol also differ according to their ecosystem. According to the ecosystem and their living organisms, my dear. Next one is, see this one, the pyramids of biomass in aquatic. Okay, so reversible. This is a reversible manner. So here 21 is there, here the 4 one is there. The zooplankton is very high, but phytoplankton is very less in nature. There are exceptions in these generalizations. The pyramids of biomass in sea is also generally inverted because the biomass of fish far exceed that of the phytoplankton. Already we saw it. This is the examples of sea, isn't it, my dear? This is the example. Okay, so this is very, very important. This is considered as sea, okay, because it's aquatic. So terrestrial ecosystem, we can take an examples of grassland, okay, grassland, and also the forest, and another one more is the forest. Okay, my dear. So these two, they take an examples of which one in upright pyramids, the aquatic as well as the bond ecosystem. It will be inverted pyramids. So these same things, inverted pyramid, the aquatic ecosystem, the carnivorous, it will be very high in nature. Okay, that herbivorous is the less in nature. Caduceus is also very less. So the pyramids, it's a reversibles of the forest or aquatic pyramids, my dear. Okay, so go to the next one. See, the concept of the biomass of tropical level depends upon the two things. Is there one is called as longevity of members, reproductive potential. Reproductive potential may be sometimes it may be higher compared to the other things. Suppose take an example, the grasses, the reproductive potentiality, it will be very high. The one grass, it will produce more number of grasses. Likewise, suppose if it is increases, what will happen? Okay, so the productivity, that means the base of the productivity, it will be very high in nature. That's why they have given is a large number. Okay, pyramid of biomass in bond is inverted. Bond is denoted as which one, you know, aquatic. Isn't it, my dear? Aquatic. So this is the important part. Bond is inverted. Why it is inverted? Already you know about it. This is the person. How it will be look like this one. So here the producer is very less in nature. Primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Here the number it will be high. Here 1000. Here 100, 10, and 0.1 or 1. Okay. The likewise. If a total biomass produced per unit time is calculated, it is always upright. Biomass produced per unit time is calculated, it is always upright manner. If total biomass is calculated on annual basis, it is always upright. Which one? When you are concerned, when we concern the biomass of the bond, what happened? No, always it's upright. Which one you know? Biomass is calculated by annual basis per year. You can calculate it. It may be upright manner only, producer, but it is utilized by the carnivores. How it will be? You know all about that. Producer eaten by herbivores. Herbivores eaten by primary carnivores. Primary carnivores eaten by secondary carnivores. Okay, here the production is high, but what happened? You know, the number is very less in nature because it was utilized, isn't it? That is a very, very important idea. For the next one. The pyramid biomass may be misleading sometimes. How it will be? If rate of consumption equal the rate of production, suppose production as well as the rate of consumption is equal, what will happen? You know, no clues about material and energy are passed through the tropic levels. For example, take an example. The production is high. Okay, suppose the production is also very high. See here. Okay, take an example. Say any one of the things. Take an examples. Okay. Okay. Here the production is high. Okay. Okay. For example, here 10,000 is there. Imagine 10,000. Okay. This is the production or producer. Okay, my dear. This is the first tropic level, isn't it? First tropic level is the first one is a high. Imagine. Next one is a herbivorous. Is a herbivorous. It is also similar, you know. So, for example, here also 10,000. What is the change here? There is no change, isn't it? There is no just like as a pyramid, because you will not get it the pyramid like structure here. And also another one is also same. It is a 10,000. Primary carnivorous. Again, it's also same like this. Any changes here in this tropic level? There is no any changes in this tropic level. Okay, that has been given here. Okay, media. See this one. If the rate of consumption equal to the rate of productions, no clues about materials and energy are passed through the tropic levels. If producers are small, they have high turnover rate. Although biomass may be small when compared to the tree, both can have the same productivity and can support same amount of the animal's life. Large animals, plants have lower turnover. Okay, large animals and plants have a lower turnover. What is the meaning of turnover? They will produce less amount of producer. That is a very, very important idea. Okay. Okay, that is very, very important in this part. Once again, repeat for you. The pyramids of biomass may be misleading. Misleading, sometimes it happens. How? Unnecessarily. The consumption equal to the rate of productions. Both are equal. Here the consumption increases, the rate of production is also increases. What happened now? There is no any change in the tropic level. That is the first one. Second one is producer are small. They have a high turnover. Suppose a producer is very less in nature, the turnover is, it will be very high in nature. Although biomass may be small when they compare to the tree, both can have the same productivity and can support same amount of animals' life. Large animals, plants have lower turnover. Sometimes they may ask the question in this part, NEET, which one it has a less turnover. Okay, animal and plants, they have a less turnover. These are all the misleading aspects. Okay, it also happen in the tropical level, where in the two things, one is called as producer level, another one is called as large animal and plants. Okay, go to the next one. An ideal pyramid of energy. Already we discussed these things. Ideal pyramids of energy. The producer, primary producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Okay, the primary producer, the number it will be like this. This is the ultimate source of energy. It is nothing but the ultimate source of energy. Which one is the sun? Is the ultimate source of energy, isn't it, my dear? In this part, sun. Okay, in this part we will get the energy from the sun. From here to here, how much it will be transferred the primary? This is plant. Okay, take an example. It's a plant. Okay, 10,000 joules only we are getting. How much is the 1 lakh joule to 10% only? Okay, 10%. Already you know about. From this one, you know, herbivorous. This is also here 10%. That is 1,000. 10. Here 100. Here 10. So each one it has a 10% loss. Already you know about that. Linda's loss, 10% loss, isn't it? This is the exact pyramid. Okay, according to their energy aspects also. Energy aspect is also is a nothing but the pyramids look like a upward direction only. Okay, my dear. So this is the same process. Same one is also. And what are the limitations of ecological pyramids? How it will be? What are the factors limiting the ecological pyramid? A pyramid does not take into account the same species belong to 2 or more tropic levels. For example, take an example here, the lion is there, or tiger is there, fox is there. We will not consider this one. That's the first point, limitation. Second one is a pyramid assumes a simple food chain that never exists in nature. The pyramid assumes a simple food chain that never exists in nature. It will not change the directions. For example, take an example, grass eaten by grasshopper only. Okay, the grass eaten by deer only, grass eaten by any other herbivorous, isn't it, my dear? Suppose it will not change. Herbivorous, the herbs, it will not eaten by the carnivorous. Okay, tiger, lion. Okay, likewise. And then a pyramid does not accommodate a food web. Pyramids, here there is no any food web. There is no any food web. We cannot be able to calculate. What is the meaning of food web? You know, more than one food chain united together. Here there is no any food web chain. Here it's also linked to here, here to here, here to here. No, it is not possible. Okay. In a pyramid, saprophyte are not given any places. Saprophyte is nothing but dead animals, isn't it? Saprophyte is nothing but the only microorganism living on the dead organic matter. Okay. Dead organic matter is not given in the where in the pyramids. There is no any place for, just you know about already. In the classification, which one of the animals is under this tabulation? Will you please anybody else, my dear? Virus. Okay, virus, there is no any places during the animal classification because it is a endoparasite. Obligated endoparasite, only a minute one. Okay, so it is not possible to classify under the animal classifications. Okay, that is also important points, my dear. Go to the next one. Limiting of ecological pyramid. This one is called as what is it? You know, limiting of ecological pyramids, and also same process also limiting of ecological pyramids. Another one, the pyramid does not take the same things. Okay, I have chosen here. Another one, concept booster. Just imagine, sometimes they may ask the questions in this part. Okay, it is extra points. Okay, the ecological efficiency. This is very, very important. Sometimes they may ask the question, ecological efficiency formulas. Okay, important efficiency measures for produced include, first one is called photosynthetic efficiency, net production efficiency. Okay. What is by photosynthetic efficiency? The photosynthetic efficiency measures the ability to utilize incident solar radiation. Incident means, what is that? At a time. This efficiency is also expressed in relation to PAR. Already we discussed. What is made PAR? Photosynthetic active radiation. Already we discussed which light maximum absorption takes place. Already we discussed, isn't it? Which one? Will you please? You know about the blue color light as well as the red light, isn't it? Here the 420 nanometer, here the 720 nanometer. Okay, this area only the light intensity. That is it. That rate of photosynthesis, it will be very high. In medium, what happened over? Very less in nature. So that is called as PAR. Sometimes they may ask the question PAR. It's an expansion or match the following. Okay. In assessment reasoning, they may give the fully, sometimes they may give a short form. Photosynthetically active radiation, that is denoted as the PAR. Okay, so what is the meaning exactly? That is called as photosynthetic efficiency. How much it has the capability, ability, utilize the light, how much you can balance the weight. Maximum 100 kg, you can carry 200 kg. What happened? Likewise, 150 I can. Okay, like that. See, next one is a net production efficiency. Net production means total. Okay, total amount of productions. How many leaves is there? Take an example. Any one of the plant tree, it contains millions of leaves, isn't it? Each and every leaves, how much amount of light it can utilize, and total plant how much utilize. Likewise, total area how much is there, total land is how much is there, and state also and country also we can calculate. That is total productivity, otherwise called as net production efficiency. The net production efficiency varies widely amongst different species. Already you know about different species mean grasses also there, herbs also there, trees also there, isn't it? Tree species having larger non-photosynthetic biomass. Non-photosynthetic biomass. Example, huge trunks and branches. So lesser net production efficiency compared to the lower plant. For example, okay, my dear, for example, take an example. Take an example. Okay, this is a land. Imagine this is considered a small land. Okay, my dear. Here the primitive stage, there is a small grasses there. Okay. Okay. Okay, here small grasses is there, isn't it, my dear? Just imagine like that. Okay. And next one is what is that? Next stage is called a small herbs, isn't it? Small herbs. Okay, and small herbs, you know about chili, cotton, like that, isn't it? Imagine this is the first state set tropic and second tropic according to their plant level. I'm asking about the plant. Okay, in lower also some plant is there, isn't it? Below the soil is also. Okay, some of the algae and fungi, isn't it? Fungi, isn't it? No need to worry that one. So above soil only we are talking. Okay, and the next third one is called as a medium tree is there. Medium tree, isn't it? Medium tree is there. Okay, and the last one is about the already we discussed this part. Very large tree, but there are so many branches. They're big, isn't it? So what happened, compared to this one, the grasses, it has a total efficiency, which is square. This, for example, this square, this 1 meter square, how many trees is there, how many shrubs is there, herbs is there, and also small, what is there, grasses also there. It can produce a high efficiency, highly, they utilize the light, and also they produce a large amount of production, large compared to the tree, because tree, it has branches, many branches, isn't it, my dear? Many branches, and also having a woody surface, woody part. The woody part, it will not produce any photosynthetic reaction. Here there is a branches there. Some of the branch, they may be, what is that? Covered by the upper tree, isn't it? Covered by the upper layer. So the light, it will not pass the area, isn't it? So that is the reason. It will not produce completely, efficiently, complete. Okay, but in this category, open ground, what happened? It can be easily produced. Okay, so that is the important, my dear students. Okay. Okay, see this one. The net production efficiency varies widely among us the different species already discussed. The tree species having larger non-photosynthetic biomass, example, huge trunks and also branches also there. So lesser net production efficiency. That's why I told you. Okay, my dear. So here the 2 points have been reported, and not only that, and also so many examples has given in here. Important efficiency measure for the consumer include the assimilation efficiency at one tropic level, an ecological efficiency or tropical level efficiency between two tropical level. Okay, so these are the two parts. It is very, very important. It is nothing but a simple formula. Okay, here they have given is a 4 things is there. Okay, main important things is there, photosynthetic. Which one, the photosynthetic efficiency. And then second one is called as ecological efficiency. And sometimes they may ask that these 2 questions. These are very, very important in NEET point of view, my dear students. Okay, there is a small formula is there, and also mathematical question also they asked in this part. Okay, for example, photosynthetic efficiency, how it will be calculated? Photosynthesis means light dependent efficiency, total amount. See here, the grass primary productivity, grass means total. Okay, how much it will be produced by the plant? Okay, productivity divided by incident solar radiation. For example, 100. Okay, 100 plant is a 100 rays is all Dalton. Okay, rays is all, light intensity is also nanometer, isn't it? Nanometer is also passing. So how much plant is there? How much light is also utilized by the plant? So as a result, how much production takes place? They can easily multiply with the help of 100. So what it will get? 1, isn't it? So there is a grass primary productivity. Grass primary productivity is nothing but the plant, how much it will produce a plant. Okay. And the incident total solar radiation, how much total solar radiation utilized by this plant? For example, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, up to 24 hours. You can imagine. Okay. So 1 hour means you can calculate for 1 hour. How much it will be? 40. Okay, milligram. Solar energy, how much it will utilize? 20, like that. Into 100, how much it will get? You have to split 1. Okay. Here you have to multiply into 20, 20 into 10, 200. So this is the answer. Likewise, you can calculate, all are calculated in the percentage aspect, percentage. Okay, 200%. Sometimes it may be. I am talking about this one. Net production efficiency, net production total, net primary productivity, total amount. For example, we will not consider as a single leaves, total plant, how much it will produce. Grass primary productivity, grass primary productivity. Okay. Per day, it may calculate. Per week, we may calculate. Okay. Net means 1 year, how much. So it will also calculate per into 100. And assimilation efficiency. Assimilate means storaging ability. See that the food energy assimilated, this carbon dioxide reduced into starch. And also stored. How much is there? 100 kilogram or 1000 kilogram per day. Divided by food energy ingested. What is the meaning of ingested? How much it will be enter in the body? Enter, how much light is utilized, and also how much productivity is also takes place into 100. It is also one of the calculation. And the last one is ecological efficiency. Ecology in particular area. Take an examples of any one of the ecosystem, forest ecosystem or grass ecosystem or some other ecosystem. How much efficiency is there? See this, the energy of biomass depends upon the plant number of numbers. Biomass production at a tropic level divided by energy in biomass production at a previous tropic level. Previous tropic level. So it also multiply into 100. These are very, very important, my dear students. This is the important point. Here 4 formula you have to mark up it. This is also very, very important. Photosynthetic efficiency, net production efficiency, assimilation efficiency, ecological efficiency. Photosynthetic means light, producer divided by, like that, productivity. That is called as primary productivity divided by the total solar radiation, instant. Net production efficiency, that is equal to net primary productivity divided by grass primary productivity in 100. The assimilatory efficiency, food energy assimilated divided by food energy ingested in 100. And ecological efficiency, energy in biomass production at a tropic level divided by energy in biomass production at the previous tropic level. Here at the tropic level, here the previous tropic level. That's all. You'll get the ecological efficiency. For example, 2020, this much is there. 2021, this much is there. Suppose 2021 is increase or decrease. That is the difference. How much it will be? Okay. Last week I ate 4 idlis. Okay. Today I ate. Okay. 8 idlis. 4 plus 4, 8. So the last capacity, how much is the 4 idlis extra, isn't it? That is the ecological efficiency, the productivity, like that. Ecological figure as a rule of thumb, that the amount of chemical bond energy available to the tropical level over time is about 10% in that available to the preceding level over the same period of times. In some instance, the percentage is higher, even as high as 30%. Okay. So maximum they told one for example 1920. So the level it will be 10%. That is also 1940. What happened? It is also 30%. So the increase difference between these two, that is the highest value of ecological figures. Okay, media. So go to the next one. The same process also. Some of the other example has given in this part. So no need this one. Already you know all about it. Consumption efficiency. Consumption efficiency. The formula also given here. Okay. The consumed energy this much is there. And also net production is this much. If just to cross it, you will get the 25%. Assimilatory efficiency. Assimilation energy is also joule. Consumed energy is also, they have given a separate value. Mathematical aspects. Okay, the assimilation efficiency that is equal to 120 divided by 250, you will get 48% into 100, isn't it? You will get this much. And net production efficiency, net production energy divided by assimilated energy, you will get 42. They have given the different value. And also ecological efficiency, they are already we saw it, that formula, and also some example has given here. Okay, my dear. So practice it in mathematical question. It is also very, very important, my dear. It is also very, very important. Ecological, net production, assimilatory, and also here the productivity, otherwise called as consumption, they have given here. It is another point, another extra one. See, this is the percentage. Okay, the mathematical question, they may ask the question, my dear. Okay, so ecological figure as a rules, thumbs, already we discussed this point, isn't it? Now we will pass on to the next one, is called as evaluate ourselves. Okay, so evaluate. First of all, adaptive factor refer to adaptive. Which one is the adaptive factor, my dear students, here in this part? Any idea? Dhanalakshmi, are you in? Do you have any ideas about adaptive factors? Adaptive factors, you know, just important. Water, it will not come. Okay, relative humidity, these also both are related one. The altitude, height is also not a adaptive factor. Factor means these two only. Humidity also, that water and humidity. This water is not coming when relative humidity not comes. So the soil is the correct one. Soil is the exact answer. Exact. Okay. Exactly correct one. Soil is the adaptive factor. Okay. This is the important one. Second one. Which one of the following is not a functional unit of an ecosystem? Innovable. Functional ecosystem. Already innovable, but these are the things. Okay, these are the things. Productivity, very, very essential for the ecosystem. Okay, and then this one is question 1. Energy flow, productivity as well as energy flow is also correct one. Decomposition, already we know, but decomposition is also very, very important. Without these things, there is no ecosystem, is not function. Okay, here what they are asking, you know, the following is not a functional unit. Productivity is a functional unit. Energy flow, it is also transfer from one topic to another topic. Without decomposition, there is no any reutilization of the plant. So which one is the correct one? Stratification, it's not come to the which one in a functional unit of the ecosystem. And third one is an ecosystem that can be easily damaged but can recover after some times. If the damaging effect stop, will be having high stability. Okay, see here, the ecosystem that can be easily damaged, how it will be damaged. Suppose if it's stable, highly stable means what happened to the ecosystem, it will not damage, isn't it? And high, it is not come. High stability, it will not come. So the high stability, it not comes means this both are wrong. Okay, wrong in manner. And second one is low stability and also low resilience. Low stability it comes, but it not comes to the low resilience. It's not comes in this part. But so which one is the correct one? No, the three are long. So the last one is the correct one. The low stability and high resilience is the correct one in this part. And the next one is, what is that? You know, the keystone species, already you know, but what is my keystone species? In an ecosystem are those that are present in maximum number. They are not frequent, attaining a large biomass, contributing to the ecosystem properties. The keystone is nothing but what is that? Presence of in maximum number, it is not possible. Okay, maximum number, it will not come. And that are not frequent, so it will not come. It's a frequent. Okay, is the less number. Okay, attaining a large biomass, no, it is a less biomass. And the contributing to the ecosystem properties is the correct one. So these are the important point. The last one is very, very important, my dear student, that a bacteria that attack dead animals, dead means saprophyte, isn't it? Saprophyte, isn't it? Dead animals, saprophyte. First link to the food chain and are known as a primary producer. It did not come to the primary producer. Second link, the food chain and the herbivores. It is not comes. Third link of the food chain and also a literary consumer. No, it did not comes. The end of the food chain and also decomposer. This is the correct one. Saprophyte is nothing but a decomposer. It will only comes out. Isn't it, my dear? These are the important point. See that? Calculate. Select the formula ecological efficiency. Ecological efficiency means, you know what about that? The energy of biomass production tropic level, energy of biomass production at previous tropic level. Is it correct? The volume of CO2 volume of CO2 consumed. Which one is the highest one in this part? See here, the percentage of energy being transferred from the tropic level to another tropic level. Sometimes they may give the, like this. The answer is which one, you know? This one. C. Sorry, E, isn't it? So this one is the correct answer. See the answer. The first one is soil, adaptive factor. Sortification, it will not come to the, which one, you know, ecosystem. Logic, low stability and high resalinity, contributing to the ecosystem properties. Last one is called as decomposer, my dear. So the first part, it will be finished, my dear students. We will pass on to the next one is part 2. Okay, my dear. We'll pass on to the next one is part 2. Okay. We'll pass on to the next one is part 2 ecosystem continuity. So here, what we are going to discuss, my dear, what we are going to discuss, biogeochemical cycle. It's very, very important part in this part. Ecosystem, first of all, the producer, consumer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, the pyramid, biomass, energy, and also weight, dry weight. That one is also very, very important. Who stated, who gave the names. Okay, that things is very, very important. Next important part, this one, don't omit this part, ecology or ecosystem, biogeochemical cycle. If you skip in this part, you know, you lose the mark. It is very simple things is also there. Okay, this is the entire biogeocycles. What are the biogeocycles? Already we studied, you know, in the lower classes, water cycle, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, and so on. So here we are going to discuss one by one. See the biogeochemical cycle. Out of the total solar radiation that reaches the earth surface, only a very small fractions. How much is that? 0.1%. Okay, how much they are utilizing? 0.1% they are using. Is fixed in the photosynthesis reactions. Particularly 1%, it means what is that? 2. Okay, 2. Actually, exactly 2. See, the remaining things, 99%, it will be exposed to the atmosphere. More than half is used for plant respiration, and the remaining part is temporarily stored or is shifted to other portions. Okay, other portions, my dear. See this one. Life on Earth consists of a great variety of living organisms. Already you know, plant, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. You can take an example. So all those things. These living organisms exist and survive in a diversity of associations. Diversity of association. Such survival involves the presence of systematic flow, such as flow of energy, water, and nutrients. Why we are interconnected with the help of food? Okay, food, what they will give? Energy, water. It is nothing but the water cycle. Nutrients. Nutrients is also very, very essential for the each and every living organisms. Okay, my dear. So these are the important point, my dear students. Here, just intro only. Studies have shown that for the last 1 billion years, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere have been composed of approximately the same balance of chemical components. You and me and plant and animals, water and so on. So you know about the ping pong theory, isn't it, my dear? All are once upon a time made up of chemical substance only in the form of gases. After that, what happened? The great explosion had done. After that, what happened? Undergoes the cooling process, and then physiological changes also occurs. After the physiological changes, what happened? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, all also separated, and also united form as a water format. First drop of water also produced. All those things already studied in the ping pong theory, isn't it, my dear? This balance of the chemical elements is maintained by the cyclic passage. Suppose the chemicals is a cyclic mannerly revealed, isn't it? Suppose if it is not like that, what happened? There is no plant and animal growth. Cyclic passage through the tissue of plants and animals. This is very, very important, my dear. Okay. The geochemical cycles. Suppose take an example. We are consuming the food, rice or whatever it may be. They provide energy, isn't it, my dear? Okay. You're getting the energy. Okay. Right. Then the energy also comes from where? The plant. After the excretion, what happened? Some of the nitrogen component may be excreted in the form of urea, uric acid, creatine, and so on. So once we died, what will happen? The complex molecule converted into simple molecule with the help of the microorganisms, particularly what is that? Decomposers, algae, fungi, and other microorganisms also there. Again, the complex molecule split into simple molecule, and once again it enter into the cycles. Okay, my dear. So this is the important point. The cycle starts by the absorbing the chemicals elements by the organisms and is returned to the air, water, and also soil through the decomposition. Okay, my dear. This is very, very important. These cycles are largely energized by solar insolation. Okay. So this is the important point, my dear. For the next one. These cyclic movements of chemical elements of the biosphere between the organism and the environment are referred to as biogeochemical cycle. Bio means plant as well as animal. Geo means soil. Chemicals already in our body, elements. There is a cycle. So biogeochemical cycle. The bio refer to living organisms. And geo to rocks, soil, air, and water of the earth. Okay, that is the elements, circulation between the biotic factor as well as abiotic factor. It is called as biogeochemical cycle. Okay, media. Okay. What is the next one? There are two types of biogeochemical cycles have been reported. One is called as gaseous cycles. Another one is called as sedimentary cycle. Gases means, about this point, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay. Sedimentary, phosphorus, sulfur, likewise. Okay, my dear. Don't forget, the cycles divide into two, gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle. In the gaseous cycle, the main reservoir of the nutrient is atmosphere. Gaseous means atmosphere and the ozone. Ozone, it contains water molecules, isn't it? And the animals also, there are so many aquatic animals living in it. They exit the carbon dioxide molecule. We also consume the oxygen and also release the carbon dioxide. Isn't it, my dear? The sedimentary cycles, the main reservoir is the soil and the sedimentary and the other rocks of the earth's crust. Okay. These are the two important points have been reported, my dear. What the next one is? Bulk of nutrients are stored in abiotic reservoir. Abiotic means what is a non-living organisms is in relatively inactive state. Take an example. Inactive state means in our body. It will not move. And a smaller active fractions, often existing in ionic form, is involved in cycling. For example, atmosphere containing carbon dioxide in the form of gas. Okay, already we discussed that part also. Okay, so that part also already we know about. See, take an examples of the any ecosystem. This is consists land or soil. Okay, so get the plant is also, imagine some plants is also there. Okay, just imagine this is a tree or plant. Just imagine, just for the comparison. Plant, here the soil is there, soil microorganism also there. Soil microorganism, soil microbes. Okay, and another category, another thing is there. Just imagine there is an atmosphere, isn't it? Okay, take an example. Atmosphere is there, and so one more is there, sunlight. Okay, sunlight is also there. So here the gaseous form is also there, isn't it, my dear? Gaseous form, and also bond also. You can take an example, any bond filled with the water molecule. Okay, river or ozone, whatever it may be. Just these are all are the bond, isn't it? Okay, just imagine bond. So here also the water molecule composed of water molecule formula already known, H2O. Here the hydrogen as well as oxygen is there. Here atmosphere, how much is there? Maximum, you know about the nitrogen percentage, how much is there? And hydrogen percentage, how much is there? Carbon dioxide and oxygen level. Here oxygen level is 20. Sorry, nitrogen, how much is there? 72% is there. 28%, isn't it? 23, sorry, 23% is there. Carbon dioxide 0.03% is there. Other gases, helium, neon, other cases. Okay, so these are the important point, my dear students. Here how it will be circulated, you know, about. Just imagine here the carbon dioxide is there. The carbon dioxide during the raining season, water molecules, CO2 mixed with the water molecules, it comes down. Soil particle, or N2 also is the nitrate. N2 plus water molecules come to the atmosphere to land. Okay, some of the microorganism is there. They can split the molecules. How it will be? So ammonia in the form of NH3, isn't it? Hydrogen as well as the nitrogen joined together form as ammonia, isn't it? Ammonification, denitrification. Ammonification. There are the process. We will study that things. Ammonification, denitrification, nitrification, all those things. And each one has a specific. Sometimes they may ask the questions. Rhizobium, nitrobacter, acetobacter. So many bacteria is also living in the soil. What they will do? What is the main role of this one? You know, they can convert the gaseous form of nitrogen into nitrate. Okay, my dear. So this is very, very important. Okay, so nitrate. The plant, it can be easily absorb the molecules. So the cycle is it's going on like this. After that, it produces the nitrogen is also used for the production of amino acids, enzymes, and proteins, so and so. The metabolic function as physiological function, they were utilized this component. After that, so human beings or animals, they are taking these fruits, you know. Okay, again, what happened? It will be in the form of excreta. Okay, it comes down. So once again, it's entered into the soil. Again, the cycle is also going on. Likewise, the water cycle is sulfur cycle, nitrogen cycle, all activities also done by a abiotic factor as well as a biotic factor. That is called as biogeochemical cycle, my dear. Okay, my dear. This is the important point. See the next one. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Okay, listen here. So there is a small tabulation has given the atmospheric input and gaseous output. Okay, atmosphere, the gaseous form, it comes to the plant. Okay, they produce the plant. That is a ecosystem, isn't it? Producer used by the consumer. Okay. The consumer is also what happened once. What happened? Recycling to the soil. How it will be due to the dead conditions. It is the dead condition. What happened? Okay. Soil. Again, it uptake to the producer. This is the one cycle, isn't it? This is the one cycle. The ecosystem, what happened to the producer as well as the consumer, once again, also undergoes the dead process. What happened? Come to the soil. Again, the soil, what happened? No, it will give to the next one. Another one is atmospheric input. Okay. And gases output. This is also after the dead, what happened? It is also comes out. Weathering input means rock as well as the soil also. Sometimes what happened? Undergoes the physiological changes due to the heat and temperature, pH, and so on. So, okay, what happened? Weathering changes. It gives a which one soil. And also another one is hydrologic and economic output. We are consuming gold and so and so things. So many things we are consuming, hydrocarbon, so and so we are uptaking from the soil, isn't it? So there is also another kind. So these are the entire, what is that? Biogeocycle, which is in short form, they have given. Okay. Nutrient cycles can be conveniently considered under the following three aspects. Nutrient cycles. Suppose take an example of any one of the nutrient cycles. We have to follow the three aspects. What are the following? First of all, of input of nutrients. Already we know input means additional. The ecosystem receive nutrients from the external sources and store them for further use through the biological process. For example, wet deposition and dry deposition. This is the first point. Suppose there is a one plant is there. Okay, plant absorb the gases exchange, that is carbon dioxide utilized by the plant during the daytime. What is that? Addition of carbon dioxide. That is called as what is that? Input of nutrients. The carbon dioxide converted into starch, isn't it? There is some physiological changes which occurs within the body. Already you know what. After that, it's stored in the form of which one? Dry deposition or wet deposition. Again, it will be utilized. That is the extra energy, isn't it? That's the one point. First point is there. Next one is the output of nutrients. The output of nutrition is after the storage, it will be utilized for the other animals. See, the nutrition are moved out of an ecosystem and man, for example, considerable loss of nutrients, loss of calcium and magnesium occur through the runoff water or through the soil erosion. This has given by, what is that meaning of manual activity? Suppose they are digging the soil or so and so, what happened automatically? The losses of calcium in the particular area or plant or agricultural land, magnesium also. Okay, sometimes what happened, during the rainy season, what happened? Some of the minerals also, what happened? Run off water through the soil erosions. It may be transferred one place to another place, transferred. Second one is, see that significant amount of nitrogen may be lost in gaseous form by the denitrification process of the soil. During the denitrification process, what happened? Maximum amount of nitrogen, it will be lost in the form of gaseous form. Harvesting of agricultural crops. Harvesting means about after the cultivations. Once maturation attained, what happened? We are going to harvest off all the crops. Transpiration of the logs from the forest represent nutrient loss from this ecosystem. Suppose we are taking the harvesting the rice from Andhra to Tamil Nadu. There is a loss of ecosystem. Suppose we are giving the dal or whatever it may be from in this area to somewhere else, that is also loss of nutrient from one place to another place. Output nutrition we are giving, we are getting, whatever it may be. Okay, so this is also a very, very important idea. In an undisturbed ecosystem, the input of nutrients may be approximately equal to the out of nutrients. Suppose without any disturbance, okay, the ecosystem, it will not give, it will not more. Okay, so there is no any changes. So the balance is maintained. See here, the nutrients return, rendering the nutrient cycles more or less balanced. For example, a land is there, right? Okay, there is no any intake or output is there. Input as well as output is there. What happens? The balance is maintained. Okay. Generally, the absolute amount of the nutrients moving in input and the moving of output of this ecosystem are much less than the amount of nutrient cycles within the ecosystem. Okay, my dear. This is the difference between the, which one you know, the nutrient cycle as well as the, which one you know, the normal, generally undisturbed ecosystem. Okay, undisturbed ecosystem as well as the nutrient cycle within the ecosystem. Okay, so here the changes is there, here there is no change. It is also very, very important, my dear student, in the NEET point of view. Sometimes they may ask the question. Go to the next one, sorry. And the last one is the internal nutrient cycle, internal, inside. After that, inside. The plant absorb the vary amount of nutrient of the soil. Yes, calcium, magnesium, and so many things is in the soil. They can obtain a particular amount only. They will not obtain full amount of the nutrient from the soil. They obtain a particular amount only. What they need, that only they can absorb from the soil in the form of what is the solution form or liquid gases form also. Gases form it will not utilize, only the salt nature only in the form of solution, salt solution. The transfer of the nutrients from the soil to the plant by the process of nutrient absorption is known as uptake. How much they absorb or uptake, that is very, very important. How much the plant by the process, which one, you know, from the soil, how much they will transfer the soil to plant, or they can absorb the amount that is called as uptake of minerals, nutrients. The absorbed nutrients are brought back to the soil through the litter fall from the vegetation. Already told you. Okay. Animals, remains, and fecal matter, etc. Above the ground as well as the root decompose to regenerate the nutrients. Already we discussed this part, isn't it? This is also very, very important. This is one of the cycle. Okay, my dear. For the next one. When the uptake of nutrition exceed the amount of recycle, this is very, very complicated, my dear. Suppose uptake of nutrient is increased when the amount of recycled, example as in the case of the young growing forest, because young growing forest, they need more nutrient from the soil, isn't it? That time what happened? The fraction of the uptake is retained in the standing crop. Standing crop. This is standing crop is nothing but what is that, you know? Already present as it is there. There is no any change in their internal structure. Okay. This retention of the balanced nutrient in the standing crop lead to increase in nutrient content of the ecosystem, thus in a nutrient cycle. Okay. See that retention that is equal to uptake minus recycle. This is also very, very important, my dear students. Sometimes they may ask the question. Retention that is equal to uptake of recycle. Sometimes they may give the reversible manner, recycle minus uptake, like that they may give. Whether it's correct or not, both are correct only. Uptake minus recycle, recycle minus uptake. What is that meaning? This one. Okay, so this is the important retentions. See that first cycle is called carbon cycle, my dear. Okay. First cycle is carbon cycle. Carbon is very, very important for all the living organisms. Without carbon, there is no any living organism. Okay, your body is also made up of carbon, biomolecules. Okay, biomolecules. What are the biomolecules? Carbon containing molecule present in the living organism is called as biomolecule, whether plant or animal, whatever it may be. Here they have given as a carbon cycle. Carbon, very, very important, my dear students. Carbon forms the basic constant of all organic compounds. Organic compound means organisms. The biosphere containing over 500,000 carbon compound in them. How much is that? The million carbon compound, 500,000. A carbon cycle is mainly the conversion of the carbon. This conversion is initiated by the fixation of carbon dioxide. Where it happened, you know all about the plant, isn't it? A plant utilize the carbon dioxide and used for the carbon dioxide and also the light energy converted into chemical energy, otherwise called as carbon dioxide assimilation process, otherwise called as carbon dioxide used for the process of photosynthesis. How it will be converted? Carbon dioxide plus water molecule gives glucose from the atmosphere through photosynthesis. Already we discussed. Here, some of the carbohydrate are utilized directly by the plant itself. Sometimes carbohydrates is also utilized by the plant. Okay, media. So this is also a important one. Carbon cycle. The remaining carbohydrates that are not being utilized by the plant become part of the plant tissues. Plant tissues are either eaten by the herbivorous animals or get decomposed by the microorganisms. The plant store the material in the form of carbohydrate. The carbohydrate was utilized by the herbivorous. The herbivorous was utilized by the carnivorous. Carnivorous and all are undergo the dead process. What happened now? Decomposed by the microorganisms. So already we studied that things also. The trophic level, one trophic level to another trophic level, the energy is also transferred. It is also related to here, which one you know? Carbon related. Okay, media, see here. So this is the carbon cycle. The sunlight is there, right? Okay. The plant is also there. Not only the plant, grasses, herbs, shrubs, and so on, so is there. Carbohydrate present in the atmosphere 0.03% only. Now 0.05%. How it will be? The global warming also increased due to the automobile as well as the what is that factories, and also they exit so many carbon dioxide molecule. Okay, so that is also very, very important. The global warms due to this component. The carbon dioxide, what happened, used for the photosynthesis. Already know the water molecule and H2O plus CO2, you will get starch. Okay. Then once the plant litters come down, what happened now? The microorganisms completely decay, and also dead organic mass, also waste product, they will be produced. Again, what happened, you know, it will be entered into the atmosphere. This is the first cycle, isn't it? The organic compound, suppose when the litters comes out, the leaves or any branches come down, the organic compounds also directly enter into the atmosphere. Suppose if it is herbivorous eaten by this one, they respire themselves after the utilization of the plant. We also, okay. The animal respirations, what happened to carbon dioxide, it will be released. That carbon dioxide directly enter into the atmosphere. This is the third cycle, third one. Okay. Suppose if it is the animal dead, again it comes to the, what is the decomposer process. So once again it enters. The dead organic matter, what happened? All the three, whatever in all the plants during the carbon dioxide, daytimes it happened, nighttime carbon dioxide released. Okay. So same process during the respiration process, what happened? You know, the carbon dioxide will be released. That is very, very important. This is the carbon cycle. Again, the carbon dioxide utilized by the plant. Again, the process also going on. Again, it will be exit from the organic molecule to inorganic form, inorganic form to organic form. This is the cyclic manner, my dear students. Okay. Today we will finish it up to this level, my dear students. We will see the remaining things on the next class. Okay. Thank you so much for the participation. Bye. Take care, my dear.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.